Hey everybody, thought I'd try something a little different today. Today is Sunday. I'll probably put this up tomorrow on the regular YouTube channel. I've got a camera up there just kind of showing the activities around here. The wind's blowing, so it's kind of shaking the awning a little bit, so that video that I'm going to tie in with this, I'll probably put that video on the big part of the picture and then put me up in the corner somewhere. Like I say, it's Sunday. I don't know what the temperature is. What is the temperature? Let me see if we can find it on here. For those of you that considering coming down, if you get it, I'll say in the right neighborhood, this is how it is. All these people are getting ready to go home. This is the end of April. Was it like April 28th? A lot of them around May 1st are going to head back home, and so that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing activities of people getting some things done before they take off. A guy across the street, he's got his garage cleaned out. He's mopped the floor in the garage, cleaned his driveway off. Got all those bushes and things all trimmed, so he's getting ready to head out. That guy over there, I saw him yesterday. He was out there doing something with his water sprinklers, probably checking them, make sure they're not clogged up and all that kind of stuff. So he's getting ready to take off. He may already be gone. Lady across the street, she's got 2 or 3 houses around the country, so she takes off from 10 days at a time. She's gone here, gone there, and you never know when she's here, and never know when she's gone. She's got the life. She's got the life. So, hot day today though. What is today's temperature? I was going to look, wasn't I? 81 so far. A lot of clouds in the sky. The white puppy clouds though. I suppose those could turn into... We are getting into the rainy season, so it does rain once in a while. When we really get into the rainy season, which starts really in June, it'll rain like every day. In the afternoons, mostly. Typically. I'm not saying it always will, but typically. Sue went to the grocery store earlier. I sometimes wonder why we go to the grocery store so much. I go in there and I look around and the refrigerator's full. The refrigerator out in the garage is like almost full. You look in our cabinets and they've got stuff stacked on top of one another. And I just look around and I go, what do we need? Seriously, what do we need? Other than maybe minor things like maybe cream for the coffee, or I don't know, sugar, maybe some bread, maybe a hamburger. We do go through quite a bit of hamburger, it seems like. But other than that, I just don't understand why we have to have so much all the time. I swear when she gets back, she'll open up the back of that car and she'll drag 8 or 10 grocery bags in the kitchen and then find some place to cram it. They came back out and they sprayed the yard, and they double sprayed the dead areas. I think they sprayed my yard twice actually, and the dead areas started getting more and more grass in it. The grass that was there was dead, but the grass from zoysia, if you don't know how zoysia works, zoysia will spread. In Indiana, my dad planted zoysia in his backyard because he wanted to kill out all of the grass that was there. He thought zoysia would be better. And over the years, you put plugs here and there and there in your yard, and then zoysia spreads, and it's a very thick grass, so if there's any weeds out there, it really almost chokes them out because the grass is so thick. And same thing here. You very seldom see very many weeds in a zoysia lawn. It's just that zoysia grass is a real pain. It's not made for Florida's weather. It's not made for Florida's rain, and it's just a constant struggle with zoysia. Ask anybody that lives in District 10. They're going to tell you that zoysia is not the grass that wants to grow here. St. Augustine grass is the grass that wants to grow in Florida. And here's the problem with that. If you somehow, some way, when they put your sod in your yard here, it comes from a sod farm, obviously. If there's any zoysia or St. Augustine grass that's mixed in with your zoysia, you may or may not even know it. As a couple years goes by, you'll notice that you got this evasive stuff kind of growing in your yard. You can't get rid of it. You can't spray. You can't even hardly pull it out. It comes in a big long string. It's like bamboo shoots. But you can't get it all out because the roots go deep and it keeps coming back. Eventually it takes over your yard because it'll choke out everything that's there. I'm invaded with it now. And I've called about saying, man, can we get rid of this somehow, some way? Can you spray it? You can't spray it. There's no spray for it. It's because it's a grass derivative. And if you spray and kill that, you're going to kill everything else that's there. And it gets all through your yard. I mean, you got it in your yard, you don't even see it. It travels under the ground like that, and then it pops up shoots. So even though I may spray and kill everything that's in one spot, there might be roots way over here somewhere, and they'll pop up later. So nothing I can do except keep the yard trimmed and pull it out when I see it. It keeps coming back. It's just a big pain. But I will say, a zoysia lawn, once it's been fertilized, watered, and treated, we have to get it aerated, all this stuff. That when it's green, it is a good looking lawn. It looks more like a northern grass, where St. Augustine doesn't look like a northern grass. And when you walk on St. Augustine grass, it doesn't feel like regular grass. But anyway, it's just one of them Florida difficult things you got to deal with. Where else? So I know her and Judy was talking about getting the dogs and going to some dog park somewhere and let them run and play. I'm leery about that. It sounds like a great idea, I know, but I'm leery about it because some of these people that's got these dogs are not very good pet owners. Some of them don't get their regular shots, and some dogs they'll take to a dog park. Their dogs are aggressive and they know it, but they take them there anyway. And Buddy's a real friendly dog. He can be a real pain sometimes because he's got puppy habits, and it's hard to break him of that, and we're never probably going to break him of that all. He has to get older before he'll just stop doing things. One is he's a shoe stealer. He steals shoes, and he's got a little bed in the living room, and in a box, and we put all his toys in that box. And believe it or not, he'll get his toys out when he wants them. But he also steals shoes. He'll take these shoes and he'll take them back to his bed, really, and he kind of stacks them in there. It's kind of comical, but it's just funny when he takes Sue's shoes more than mine. It's funny. Sue will come out and she'll say, "Have you seen this other shoe? Have you seen this shoe anywhere?" One's missing, and he sleeps in weird places sometimes. I mean, he has different spots that he'll sleep at. You know, he sleeps a lot of naps in the daytime. He's napping now. It started out that it was his cage. We've got a little doggy cage for him in there. And that's what we intended to do. We was going to put him in that crate every night and teach him to sleep in there at night. Well, that didn't work out. But we left the door open, as somebody suggested that, and his bed's in there, and he's got stuff in there. And he just kind of goes in and out whenever he wants to, and he does go in there. And he did that for the longest time. He would go in there, and that's where he took his nap. Well, I think he got bored with that. And then he started taking naps in the laundry room. Sue would do laundry in there or whatever, and she left the door open, and she always shuts the lights out. And he started going in there, and there's a big rug in there, and he'd take a nap on that rug, and he'd sit in there sometimes for hours. And we come to the conclusion he liked it in there because it was dark, and so he's going to a dark spot. And then one other time he just disappeared, and we got to looking for him, couldn't find him. We yell for him. This is another thing. He doesn't come when you yell for him. We're hollering for him, we don't know where he's at, We thought maybe he got out somehow, some way. We're freaking out. Pretty soon he come roaming around, and then we started watching where he's going. What he was doing was going into our master closet, and on that bottom run down there where a lot of shirts and things are hanging, back in the corner next to where the drawer area is, it's dark in there. He was going underneath the shirts and things and going back in that corner back there, and he was laying there on the floor because you can't see him because the shirts are in the way. And that's where he was napping. He did that for a while. Now it seems like his favorite spot is under our bed. He sleeps under there. There's a backpack, a small backpack that Sue had that's under the bed. It looks uncomfortable as hell to me. But he'll go under that bed, he'll get on top of that backpack, and then he'll take naps under there. That's his latest and greatest spot right now. And it's dark under there, and I think he feels safe. But I've noticed the last couple of times that he was taking a nap. Now he's out in the living room, and we got a couple of chairs in there, and he can get under both of them. But the one chair's over in the corner, and he likes to get underneath that chair, and he'll take a nap there. I don't know if that's going to be his new spot, the latest and greatest spot, but that's where he'll go. But there has been a couple of times that I noticed one, Sue noticed one. We couldn't find him. We're looking in all of his favorite spots. We're not finding him, and now we're looking everywhere. And we went into the master bathroom shower, which is a walk-in shower. And there he is, laying on the floor in the shower. Only thing we could figure is it cooler in there? We keep the house at 74 degrees, and he seems fine. So I can't believe he's going in there because it's cooler. I don't know why. Is it darker in there? I don't know. So he sleeps in kind of weird spots. Sue said he eats kind of weird. Like he generally won't eat during the day. He gets up in the morning, he may get a drink, that's about it, and then she takes him outside for a walk, but he won't eat. And he won't eat until later in the afternoon, like 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. That's when he'll start to eat. Well, yesterday that kind of changed. Yesterday she said he got up and he came out in the kitchen, and she said he ate and he ate and he ate like he was starving. And we know he's not starving. But she said he ate a lot. I don't know. He's kind of goofy. Well, I think this is about long enough. About a 10 or 15 minute video. Let's let you guys know. It's been on my mind for about 2 weeks now. I haven't done a live call-in show in quite a while, and mainly because those live call-in shows, they make me really nervous. I'm posting a phone number up on the screen. It's actually it's my other cell phone. I have 2 cell phones. And that other cell phone, I only use it usually when I'm in the RV running around. I used it for that. And you never know who's watching, who's going to call in, and what they're going to say, and that's what makes me nervous. I don't have a switchboard where Sue could answer the call and talk to them and then pass them through to me. I don't have that kind of setup, and I'm never going to have that kind of setup. You're talking thousands and thousands of dollars to do that, and my Patreon members ain't paying that much money, so that's not going to happen. The way I do it is a simple way. It's an easy way. It's cost effective, actually. I've been thinking about doing another call-in show, and it's very possible that if I do another call-in show, that this may or may not be the very last one I do, because they just make me so darn nervous. I can't do them on a regular basis. If I did it, like, say, every Friday at 7 o'clock at night, everybody out there will know it's Friday at 7 o'clock. Every drunk sitting in a bar around here will know it's Friday at 7 o'clock. You get what I'm talking about. That's what makes me nervous. Where if I just do a surprise live, I just pop in. Unless you're subscribed to me, and unless you're paying attention to your notifications, hopefully they do notify you, you're really not going to know. And that's why I like to do a surprise live. But I also know that I lose a lot of viewers that actually want to come to the show and call in and ask questions or whatever, or make comments about something. I lose a lot of those because I didn't pre-announce it. And so it's almost becoming to the point is there's no really good way of doing it, and there's no really bad way, I guess, of doing it. It just makes me nervous about, I never know who's going to call in. Speaking of that, real quick, I got remember I told you guys that we get comments sometimes from people that don't know anything about the villages whatsoever. And I get them like, not all the time, but I get them fairly regular on a video, whatever video it is. Last one I got was somebody that made a comment about the villages being the STD capital of the world. And so there's a way of doing it. I'm not going to tell you how, but I went to that person's channel, and just to find out, I want to go to his profile and find out who this person was making that comment before I say anything. Come to find out, this guy lived in South America, and I looked at some of his videos. He'd never been to America in his life, didn't know anything about the villages, never been here. So then I sent him an email, because his emails, there's a way of getting that too. I got his email, and I sent him an email saying, hey, Why are you making comments on my channel, on my videos, about something that you don't know nothing about and you've never been to the United States or anything else? He did send me an email back. He probably didn't know much English, and this is probably all he could get. He sent me back saying, sorry. That's all it said. And I let it go. And I've never seen the guy since. I think it surprises people that when they make comments like that you can sometimes get information. So I got a comment today, actually, on the news for Friday. Today's April 28th, so the news would have been what, the 26th? And it said something about STDs on the move, or the village's STD capital, or something like that. I forget what it said now. And it had a name on there, which is weird. So now I'm using that name to backtrack it. And the name's not coming up anywhere. Well, after I got into the name, there was a sub-name, I'll say. I used that name, bingo. And he had a YouTube channel. So bingo, I go to his YouTube channel. He only had like 6 videos. He's only got like 6 subscribers, so I didn't really care about that. So I'm going through his videos and I'm watching, and then I realized by listening to some of the background noise and news, this guy was from like some Muslim country. You could hear it in the background stuff. And I'm looking at some of the building. Basically what his videos are, shows a sunrise and a sunset. That's it, no talking. But 1 or 2 of the videos actually showed buildings in the background. And so I got this guy's email. And I sent him an email. And I asked him, I said, no, I made a comment to his comment. You guys might even see it on the video. I don't know if it's on there or not, because sometimes they hide that shit. But anyway, I put the comment on there saying, why do you make stupid comments about stuff that you know nothing about? Stupid comments from stupid people. Something like that. And then I also got his email, and I sent him the exact same email. And I'm waiting to see if he responds to that. Probably not. But then I made a comment on one of his videos saying, hey, is it okay if I make stupid comments on your videos because I don't know anything about your country either? Like you made stupid comments about the villages of Florida, which you know nothing about. And we'll see. You know, I'm going to start letting these people know that just because you make a dumb comment don't mean I can't find stuff. That's just the only way I'm going to put it. I'm not going to say. But anyway.
Right here. Yeah, okay. Perfect.
I think we are adopting neighbor's chairs. He's got 2 or 3 of those. Can you see them? Let me zoom in. Where are they at? Where's my finger? Right here. He's got 2 or 3 of those chairs. I saw him sitting out there, and I asked him, I said, what are you going to do with these chairs? He said, I'm just giving them away. Whoever wants it. That's what they do around here all the time. You'll drive by somebody's house, and they'll have an office chair. They'll have those kind of chairs. They'll have a bookcase, something. And it's free. They just set them out there for somebody to come by and take them. Is it against district rules? Yeah, probably. But everybody does it. So anyway, I saw him and I said, what are you going to do with them? He said, I'm going to give them away. Whoever wants them, just take them. So I'm thinking to myself, instead of packing our good chairs, which we have those, I don't know what they're called, gravity chairs, we have them. And Sue wanted to put them in the camper when we go somewhere. Well, when you got stuff in the camper in the storage boxes and bouncing down the road, they get scratched up, they get, you know, it wears them out. So I said, maybe we could get those, put those in the camper, and leave our good stuff here and not tear it up. So Sue went over there and talking to him, and well, anyway, he was dragging some stuff over here. I'm not sure how many chairs there are. He said 2 or 3 of them. There's a table. I don't know if I got room for all that, but anyway, she's over there collecting. Gentlemen, this is what happens. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be it. Sue's back. I didn't get any of that on film. I come out here and sat down to finish up the video, and as you saw, it's in there. She got all that stuff over there for the camper. And that just happens around here. I mean, there's nothing unusual about it at all. In any neighborhood at any time, especially in a new neighborhood. People move in, they bring too much stuff, or they bring stuff that just doesn't fit. We did video about that all the time. It's just our recommendation. You can do whatever you want, obviously. But we've always said that unless you have something that you just have to keep, And by that I mean, like, you know, family heirlooms, pictures, obviously, all those things. If you can, we recommend just get rid of the furniture up north. Don't pay to drag it down here. It ain't worth it. We've seen so many people bring stuff down here in a semi-load just to find out that it doesn't have the same look as southern furniture. It doesn't fit because the couch is a 4-cushion couch, and down here mostly 3-cushion couches is what fits. Unless you're buying $1 million house, that's totally different. I'm talking about the average 2,000 square foot, 1,600 to 2,000 square foot home. They have a lot of stuff up north as a colonial furniture kind of look. It just doesn't fit down here. Just save yourself a bunch of energy and time. Donate it to a church. Write it off on your taxes. Sell it, give it away, whatever you want to do. Come down here, go to the furniture store, and just pick new stuff out. And they'll deliver it to your house and set it exactly where you want it. It's easier, and it just it's a good fresh start. You'll like it better, I think. So anyway, we got our stuff, and then we go to these new neighborhoods. Just doing this video. When you go to these new neighborhoods, that's where you'll see a lot of that stuff sitting out. People decided, well, why do we bring this? We don't need that, and I'm not putting this in here because it's this. You know, they have dislikes, and so they don't realize that you can do what he just did. So what they end up doing is they got big boxes they set out for the trash. I know this sounds terrible, but you find all kinds of stuff. You'll go by and you'll see stuff in the box, and we've even went up to people and knocked on the door and said, hey, I see a box out there, and you got that bookshelf sitting at the end of the driveway. And then they say, hey, if you want it, take it. We don't want it. It doesn't fit in our house the way we thought it would. Or we were going to put that in our closet and use it for shoes, and it just doesn't fit right. Okay, you find this stuff all the time. So, you know, don't be afraid to knock on their door. Everybody's friendly. I'll tell you another thing. If you're going to move and you need boxes, because instead of going and buying a bunch of boxes at Home Depot or someplace, go to a new neighborhood where people are moving in. When they empty out their boxes, they always stack them out the end of a driveway for trash to pick them up. And be the first one there. I done it twice. You just go in there and load them boxes up, take them home, and then recycle them, use them again. And when you're done with them, do the same thing. Stack them at the end of your driveway. And if you want, put a little sign on there, free. I'm telling you, somebody always needs all them boxes. So those are just little tidbits that I know because we've done them, just like I showed you on video right there. Just happened to be across the street, but that could have been anywhere. A guy just sets whatever out of the driveway. If you want it, have it. Anyway, I've talked too much. Don't want to bore you guys. With that being said, let me just simply say, I will see you on the other side. Be safe, be well, be aware, and please don't leave those keys in that golf cart. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up.